Good morning, I'm Rania, and now I'm going to read Sonnet 18 by William Shakespeare. Shall I compare thee to summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer lease hath all too short a date. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexions dim, and every fair from fair sometimes declines by chance or nature changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possessions of that fair thou owest, nor shall death break thou wanders in his shade. When in eternal line to time thou growest, so long as man can breathe, or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Thank you.
Why do I choose this poem? I choose this poem is because it said that Sonnet 18 is the most famous creation from Shakespeare, and I'm very curious what the most famous poem will be like. I found a lot of poetic device on the poem, one of which is metaphor. He stated that he is much more temperate than summer, which has rough winds. He also says that he has a better complexion than the sun, which is dim away or fades at times. Metaphor is also applied in line which says, "But thy eternal summer shall not fade." Another poetic device that I found on the poem are analogy and symbol. Sun is represented as the eye of heaven. The gold complexion's dim can be interpreted as the sun's strength and beauty tarnished by cloud. After reading this poem, the theme that I get is timeless of love and beauty, immortality of art and eternal. The tone of this poem is endearing, deep devotion for his loved one. The writer compared his beloved with summer day. The writer in the poem emphasizes his adoration of his beloved one lasting beauty that will never fade like beauty found in nature. The lover will live on in the writer's poem. The line "so long as man can breathe and eyes can see" implies if it can be internal only if there are people who can see, who can appreciate and take care of it. We know that thee, thy, thou all means you, but who is thee on the poem? The writer leaves us clue on the line, "Nor shall death break the wonders in his shade." So thee is a male. On the 13 and 14 line, it tells that as long as the reader reads this poem, then thee shall live on the heart of man. So the writer admits that he is writing a poem to the writer beloved. Thee is poetry itself. So Shakespeare is writing a poem about his poetry never fading away. He writes this poem is because he knows his poem will always live on forever. After reading the poem, the effect of this poem has on me is that I get the feeling and the mood the writer puts on Sonnet 18 poem. And I really enjoy how the writer used lots of poetic device to describe eternal beauty perfectly. How the poem can be improved. For me, the poem is already perfect. I know Shakespeare creation is famous for its eloquent use of language and perfections of form. But for people like me, who still doesn't know lots of vocabulary, it's a bit hard to understand some of the words. I think this poem could be improved by changing vocabulary that are difficult to understand and rarely known with poetic device that describe perfectly, so most people can get the message from the poem. Is this poem typical of the author? William Shakespeare is one of the most famous poets who wrote 154 sonnets. The traditional Shakespearean sonnet form has 14 lines comprised of 3 quatrains and 1 rhyming couplets. The poem is written in iambic pentameter, meaning each line has 10 syllables with the stress falling on the second syllable of each pair. Sonnet was often associated with the theme of love, so Sonnet 18 is really the typical of William Shakespeare poem. Thank you, that's all that I have for you guys today. I hope this video is helpful. See you next time, bye bye!